Before we begin today's video, I would like to let you know about some of the other videos we have. If you enjoy creepy legends, true crime, and cryptids, please subscribe and visit the channel after this video. Humans have a knack for deceiving themselves when it's convenient. They justify their horrible acts by making them look like they were for the greater good. They will even go as far as to justify murder by making it seem like they were just trying to protect the innocent. As long as the world accepts these justifications, their deception remains intact. If humans can justify murder, how much easier is it to justify treating someone poorly? During the 1600s, there was no course of action for wives of violent men. Women were considered property. If your husband was kind, your life was good, and if he wasn't, you were expected to endure the abuse. But for a time in Rome, there was a way out for these women. A person that could free you from your marriage prison. Giulia Tofana, the Queen of Poison. Giulia was born in Palermo in 1620. In the year 1633, her mother, Tofana de Amado, was executed for poisoning and murdering her husband. It is rumored Giulia received her mother's best poison recipe before her execution. Whether it's true or not isn't of great significance. Giulia was very skilled at crafting poisons. Giulia eventually made her way to Rome with her daughter, where she ran an apothecary shop. On the surface, Giulia Tofana was a kind woman that made cosmetics and ran the shop. But her shop served as the headquarters for her underground poison business. It was a tight-knit group, consisting of her daughter, a few associates, and some even say a priest. The apothecary shop was an excellent cover for a shop that sold poisons to women. Her shop not only sold the usual potions and medicines, which were said to be able to cure anything from a broken heart to a nosebleed, but also sold cosmetics she made, providing a perfect place to hide her poisons. Giulia kept her eyes open, looking for women that appeared to be mistreated. It wasn't difficult. Abused women can often be spotted not only because of the physical signs of abuse, but would often appear physically ill because they're constantly stressed, anxious, and emotionally traumatized. Women that matched these symptoms would naturally go to the apothecary anyways, and a husband was none the wiser when he saw his wife leave with a bottle or two. When she found a woman she thought needed her help, Giulia would go out of her way to befriend her. She was very careful about her poisons business. Only women that were her friends, or friends of past clients, were ever offered her special potion. The now famous poison, Aqua Tofana. Aqua Tofana was packaged in a bottle labeled Manna of St. Nicholas of Bari. This was a common healing ointment for blemishes, so it blended in perfectly with other beauty products a woman would have. But instead of having the normal ingredients, Aqua Tofana was made of lead, arsenic, and belladonna, more commonly known as deadly nightshade. One of the most attractive things about Aqua Tofana was the sneaky way it killed its victims. The first dose of the poison would make the victim feel exhausted, forcing them to lay down. The second dose would be more powerful and would cause stomach aches, vomiting, and dysentery. The third or fourth dose would finish the job. Because of how the poison worked, no one was the wiser. It looked like the husband became sick and died. The time between the first and final dose allowed the husband to get his affairs in order, and a big part of that was usually making sure his wife would be taken care of. Giulia was able to sell her poisons without being detected, and her clients were free of suspicion. Operating this way, Giulia Tofana and her Aqua Tofana are credited with killing over 600 men. So how did Giulia Tofana get caught? One night, a woman who procured Aqua Tofana to free herself of her husband got cold feet. After mixing a few drops of the deadly poison into her husband's soup, she became overwhelmed with guilt. She panicked and begged him not to eat it. By engaging in this strange behavior, she unintentionally revealed something was seriously wrong. Her husband demanded to know what was going on. It was only a matter of time before she told her husband about the criminal activities of Giulia and her network of poisoners. After hearing this, her husband got the police involved, who immediately went to apprehend Giulia. But when they arrived, she wasn't there. Giulia had many friends, some of whom were powerful. One of them sent word to Giulia that she was in danger, and Giulia immediately fled to a local church and was granted sanctuary. This worked until a rumor was circulated that she poisoned the water supply with Aqua Tofana. She was handed over to the authorities. Giulia was interrogated and tortured before her daughter, and some of her closest associates were put to death. It was during the interrogation Giulia confessed to being involved in the deaths of over 600 men. That number might not be accurate, given that her confession came under pressure, but after her death, dozens of lower-class women were put to death for taking part in killing their husbands, and many upper-class women were jailed or banished. If Giulia is credited with over 600 deaths, it would actually make her the most successful assassin in history. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. If you enjoyed this video, I recommend checking out The White House Hauntings, a paranormal account of Abraham Lincoln, or The Bleeding House of Atlanta.